What is up, everyone? This is Sorkin090 and this is going to be Operation Blackout episode 31, the 31st episode of the Operation Blackout series, a series where my friends and I are going to be encasing the entire world in obsidian blocks to block out the sun. And currently, we still need to grab a lot of obsidian. That's going to be the main thing about a lot of these episodes, is that we're going to be collecting a lot of obsidian, and then there's going to be some episodes that we're going to be working on the roof. That from the last episode, we've already finished up outlining the ocean, and now we could get onto the roof. But the thing is that we actually ran out of obsidian blocks pretty much right after the episode. We only had like half a chest left of, well, obsidian blocks to use, so we used it up. Then we were able to do a live stream, killing the ender dragon 10 times in a row, gather a lot of XP to enchant a lot of pickaxes. Then now we are back to the end so that we could mine up all of the obsidian towers, so that once that's done, then we will place down all the obsidian blocks onto the roof. Afterwards, we will kill the ender dragon after resetting the end, loot the end city, and then gather the obsidian once more. So it's going to be an ongoing pattern every single time. So at least there's going to be some live streams where we work on gathering obsidian, some live streams working on the roof, and some live streams just killing the ender dragon and then placing down the obsidian. Depending on how fast we get things done and depending on how much time I have during the week, that's just what's going to determine of how much work we get done. Especially now that I still have to split up the time between Operation Bedrock and as well as Operation Blackout. I'm not too sure how well that this is going to go over summer, so let's just hope that things go well. That's all I could ever ask for. Maybe I'll actually get a lot more morning shifts so that I can actually do a lot more live streams. So far, I'm still getting a lot of night shifts as we are trying to look for more and more employees to fill in the spots. And since I'm more trustworthy to run out the night shift as the manager of that night, even though I'm a shift supervisor, but technically I could still be the manager of that night, I would still be more than qualified to run that night shift, and as well as that, chances are I probably won't get a morning shift for a very long while. So that's gonna be a thing. So hopefully I could split up the time between Operation Bedrock and Operation Blackout throughout these weeks, and then try to make some more videos in the meantime. I still need to get into the habit of making videos. It's been so long since I made anything that's really different from Operation Bedrock and Operation Blackout, that the last video I've done was, well, other than the TU-53 update, I actually made a lot of time and dedication to making that Pixelmon, or not Pixelmon, what am I talking about? It has to do with Pixelinks, but I keep mixing things up. That it was the Pixelinks and Hatch, or explaining how hatching eggs and as well as pixeling worked in PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator. I spent 4 hours making that video. Mainly there was a lot of mistakes I have made, so I had to do a lot of retakes. The recording in itself was an hour, and then editing it all together was about a good hour to 2 hours. Then the rendering, of course, would be another 30 minutes up to 45 minutes, and then afterwards, and just uploading it on its own is another 30 minutes. But I pretty much uploaded that yesterday if you guys already saw the video. But it took me 4 hours to get everything. I'm not used to it. I'm absolutely still not used to it. That was just a lot of time and effort to put into that video, if I do say so myself, because I actually went to the extra mile of adding text, and as well as that I was going through my other recordings just to find some of the clips that I could actually use to put it into that video, even though it was just short 3-second clips for just emphasis to show you guys this, and this. And then afterwards, that's when I actually had to do a lot of jump cuts, just make sure that the recording is well, because throughout the entire hour, I still got to look through all of the failed recordings, take the ones that are bad out of there, and then splice it together so that it'll still flow properly. You guys know how editing is done. It's simple editing, but it still takes time regardless. So I'm just happy that I was able to get that done. And as well as that, one of the art directors or the co-founders of Atomize pretty much tweeted out the video to the followers. So all that time and effort was well spent. And especially when Outer Minds themselves went out of their way to answer a lot of my questions, dealing with the eggs, and as well as giving me more information how to explain this better to the viewers. I had got all the information, I was able to put it down, so when you read that description, I pretty much typed up all the description out of the messages that I have received, well, answering the questions I have had. But nevertheless, I liked it. I had a goal set in mind and I accomplished it. I promised I was going to get the video out as soon as possible, and I fulfilled that promise, even though that I sacrificed some hours of sleep. But again, it was all worth it. And now I still got to get back into the habit of creating different videos that has nothing to do with Minecraft, one way or another. I still got to do some TU53 outlooks, and as well as some of the things that has to do with TU53. By the time this video is uploaded, I'm probably be working on it right now. If not, then there's probably not that much content to actually talk about anyways, other than the fact that you can actually see the map in my hand now. So that's one of the things that TU53 has brought on to us, that you could actually have an offset item. But the thing is, you can only hold a map or arrows. That's pretty much what it is. So you could actually free up a empty space of inventory just for you to hold up a map. So it's kind of fun to actually look at, even though you can't even tell where I'm at on the map anyway. So the one thing is that would be interesting to know that if we were to do a lot of progress between week and week and week, every single week, then you could possibly see that gradually and progressively that the world gets covered up little bit by little bit by little bit. If it actually updates as we are working on it, then that'd be one thing. I'm not too sure how it actually works, but if it does update, then you'll see the map itself be blacked out little bit by little bit by little bit, which I'm very hoping for. And if so, then great. If not, then well, at least we have the treasure room or the map room that we're still going to be working on just to do that. We're going to create I don't know how many maps, but it's going to be a progression of every single trip, I guess. So how many trips is going to be? No idea. So hopefully we actually can make more room with that. If anything else, we'll just stretch it out more and more and more as time goes by. But back to one of the topics I was just explaining, that I really want to make more videos. I really do. It's just so hard to get back into motivation into making these types of videos. I've done it once before. I think I could actually do it again. So maybe if I remember, I'll make the video on Friday so I can at least take that one step into making different videos. That I do plan on playing other video games in the background while I'm actually answering questions. It's going to be a Q&A type of deal where I'm going to dedicate entire videos into answering one question. And who knows, maybe I'll actually ramble on to things that relate to the question, or at least give a little bit of a story time depending on what the questions are. So once I actually make that video, then that's when I'm going to ask people to send me questions. It can even be older questions to see whether or not if my answers have changed, stayed the same, or is completely just different. Just completely different, like a 180. I don't know. I think that's just the same thing as whether or not if it's changed or not. So yeah, I'm not really good with words at times. But at least it'll give you more practice into making impromptu videos, because it's been a while since I've done a lot of things. I've struggled sometimes to actually make some of the videos that I've made. And especially when I had to do take after take after take just to make sure that I say things correctly, I'll stumble upon my words and just hope that things do work well. Because at some point, there are a lot of times where I just doubt myself. It just sounds like I didn't make a good recording. But when I play it back, that's when my confidence comes back saying, okay, so this is actually better than I thought. I don't know what it is. I sometimes just think I made a bad recording and I hit the microphone, but I'm still going to leave that in there because I still need to do some sound tests with the microphone at times. Sometimes I forget that it can actually block out a lot of noise because I'm so used to listening through the condenser microphone of how much that picks up, that every time I hear a loud noise, I just think that the microphone picks it up and then I just do a retake because of that fear. So I just need to go around and see what potential or how far can I actually use this microphone for. Maybe if it actually muffles out a loud noise outside, then that could be one thing. But I do know that it still picks up the sounds of dogs barking. I was about to say dorgs, but dogs. It still picks up on the bark because sound travels inside the home, of course. So that's different from noises that are coming from the outside. But overall, just making videos in general, just something that's completely different, that's what's gonna help me a lot. So I could just have fun playing other games that I have yet to even play, even though I bought them a long time ago. Just might as well just pick it up, play the game, and make videos, or just record the gameplay, and then just put a voiceover over it, on it. Yeah, a voiceover on it. There you go. Proper grammar really helps a lot. So at least I'll be able to play a lot of my Xbox 360 games. There are so many I've not even played yet. So what I plan to do, that I'm not going to put the title of the game on the video itself. Yeah, is that correct of grammar? I won't even put the video game title in the title of the video. It's that it's gonna be just the question, like the Q&A number 1, Q&A number 2 type of deal. Then it's gonna have the question, and then when you click on the video, you don't even know what video game you're gonna be watching. And of course, I'm gonna put the text on the screen saying what game it is for anybody who wants to know, because I want to put a little bit of a small experiment whether or not if putting the game title on the video itself makes a true difference. And as far as I know, it actually does when it comes to the live streams. If I put a video game title that's not Minecraft, nobody watches it. But then when I put up Minecraft, people go to it. And then I accidentally put a different title. I accidentally put a Minecraft title on a video game that wasn't Minecraft because I forgot to take out Minecraft, and a lot of people showed up. It just tells me right there that people only go to the live stream if it has Minecraft in the title. I understand that a lot of people like the Minecraft content, but as a content creator, I still need an audience for a lot of the other videos that I put out there, because it's still time and effort putting into other videos that's just not being viewed and just feels like it's not being appreciated. That's just how I feel. So if the Q&As actually do take off, whether or not if Minecraft is in the title or any other video game that's in the title, then I'm just going to be very happy with that. If we get a consistent amount of views just because it's just me answering a person's question, then I could be more than happy to continue on with that, and I'll be even more happy that I'll gain more support from that. That I really like Minecraft, don't get me wrong, but I just want to do something different, and I do not want to feel trapped into just only doing Minecraft. And I can understand why people may ask, or people will say, just create another channel for that. But that's just the point. I don't want to start over. I want to keep building this channel more and more and more, because I did start off as Call of Duty before I moved on to Minecraft. And with Call of Duty is that it was more relevant at the time, before it went more futuristic and people didn't care about Call of Duty anymore. And then once Call of Duty World War II comes by, maybe it'll become relevant again, and then I could just make videos off of that and then just continue on. But we're just gonna have to see how things will go. And I really want to play a lot of the Xbox 360 games I have played, because my Xbox is just still collecting dust. It is. It's just nothing's happening with the Xbox 360. Maybe I'll actually go back on the 360 and do some live streams on there, create a brand new world or something. I don't know. But let's see how well that goes once I actually put that up. Maybe I will. Maybe that could be the time where I could actually have an open world and people will join, and then we could just do whatever. It wouldn't even matter. Maybe we'll just go ahead and try to find the Ender Dragon at that point too. Like every single time. Once we find the Ender Dragon, once we kill the Ender Dragon, we make a brand new world and start over. That's just an idea, but let me know in the comment section below what do you think about that idea, and what do you think about the Q&A, and hopefully if you came from the PewDiePie Tuber Simulator video, let me know what you thought about that video. Again, I put in 4 hours into working on that video. I lost a lot of sleep, but it was well worth it to know that the developer also supports me in there. So, his name is Sylvain. No, Sylvain. Sorry, I keep mispronouncing names. His name is Sylvain. He was able to provide me with a lot of information about the pixelings, and as well as about hatching eggs. So all that information that you hear in that video that I've made was all from him and all from the other developers that took the time to answer the questions, so I could actually explain it to everyone clearly. And there's not much more that I could actually say. That June is just around the corner. That there's going to be the 5th year anniversary of Operation Bedrock. Hopefully I could actually do a live stream on that day. And then of course that VidCon is coming around. And that's going to be interesting to go through, because it's going to be a huge step, a completely huge step for me. And if I could actually meet up with the other creators and talk to them and somehow become friends with them, that would be even better. So let's see how things will go throughout summer. Let's see if I'll learn anything throughout summer. Let's see if I'll learn anything at VidCon. And hopefully things will just continue to go well, that things will pick up, that the adpocalypse will be over, that people are back to doing normal things. Unless it still is getting worse and worse, we won't know until time moves on and see what we have to deal with. But that's going to be the end of this episode. So hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. That I want to thank Flats Flounder, Steve, or Mr. Inflammable, Baby Luna, and I'm trying to remember another name. I think he actually did help this week. If not, then I know that Sun Devil Man stopped by. Yeah, he helped out. I know that. And I do not remember anybody else that has possibly helped us. As far as I know, I do not remember anybody for Operation Blackout, but I do appreciate the time that they take to help me out with this world or within Operation Bedrock. So everything is much appreciated. So all I could say, hopefully everything goes well. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. If you're brand new to the channel, then please subscribe. Let's reach 20 likes this time for this video. Last week we did it, so hopefully we could actually do it for this video and to continue to grow from there. And also for a little bit of a recap of how much obsidian we have gotten, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, almost 4. Pretty much 3.5. I could say 3.5 from what I have and what I can see in there. So we're going to continue on mining more and more obsidians as time goes by and hopefully do more live streams in the future. Alright. Have a great day, everyone. I'm SwordKing090, and as always, I'll see you guys next time in a new video or live stream.
I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day.